Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So let me do this first. Move this. It is now 4:08 Eastern Standard Time, and the tampering period has been going on for 4 hours now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Detroit Lions have done absolutely nothing. Now, I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to say this one time, and it's just going to be one time. And I'm going to say this with all due respect. All right. And when people usually lead with all due respect, you know it's about to be something. And I'm going to say this. If you watch this channel, you already know there's no questioning how I am, how I react. All right. I've got my Twitter open for any type of news from Twitter. So if you guys have my DMs, you can put it out, look in the chat as well. If some news breaks, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it live. Okay. I just have to say this. I'm going to try to do this relaxed today. Our team has not gotten better, right? All of the first tier pass rushers are gone. They're all gone. The Nico Autry, who y'all didn't give a fart about when I made a video, okay, he's gone. I make a video about Chase Young because your general manager, Brad Holmes, does not, I repeat, does not appear to go for anybody worth any value. None. Andrew Van Ginkel is overpaid, okay? So I wasn't going to pay him that, but he plays for the Minnesota Vikings, all right? We have been sitting here as usual, and nothing has happened. On top of that, our own guys aren't even back. This team, and now you understand why this guy here had a natural fit when we're sitting at the game before the Super Bowl. We're 30 minutes away, and you guys were, we're going to get back. We'll be here next year. Dare I say that our team is worse than it was last year? It's worse right now than it was last year. Now, I know we have the draft. I know we have. Aren't you tired of waiting to the second wave of free agency? Aren't you tired of getting the scraps from a restaurant plate as the waitress is coming by? Aren't you tired of that? I know I am. I'm tired of that. I'm sick to death of that. Let me see Romeo Okwara back in the Lions uniform. Let me see Charles Harris back. Let me see Will Harris back in a Lions uniform. Brad Holmes doesn't want to break the team. You know, you can have your cake and eat it too. You can do all that stuff, bro. I listen. All season, I've preached the same thing. For 5 seasons, I've preached the same thing. And guess what, guys? I'm about to blow your mind. I'm about to blow your mind right now. Danielle Hunter is not enough. If Danielle Hunter becomes a Detroit Lion right now, we'll make a video, I'll be ecstatic, but now he's not enough. Now the second tier players are gone, so now we have, I'm going to tell you who's left. AJ Epinesa, Danielle Hunter. That's about it. That's about it. I made a Chase Young video. Why? Because those are the guys that your general manager goes after. If you can get on the deal. I mean, Jeff Okudah just got $6 million. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know what. So here's the deal. He signs Danielle Hunter. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm through the roof. But guess what? It's a whole lot of other stuff we got to do too. We have no second cornerback. I mean, you could argue we don't have a first. We don't have a number 1 cornerback. Now you understand where the Broderick Martin, where that came from. Were the upset. Why was I so upset? Because of this very reason right here. There's no depth on our team. And if you're sitting here and you're talking about that the Lions are gonna don't just all this whole we're gonna be fine things. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all the same ones that during the year we're talking about year 3 of a rebuild. Well, I don't hear nobody saying that now. I don't hear anybody saying, Derek, it's okay, buddy. We're going into year 4 of a rebuild. We're going into year 4, yippee-ki-yay, right? Year 4. We made it to 30 minutes before the Super Bowl. And while some people were celebrating in the hallway, I was saying not so fast. And guess what? Now we talking right now. Now we talking right now. I saw a tweet. Let me pour this in. All right. Let me pour this in. Because I want to show you guys something. I'm glad I sent it to him. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Now, this is me being contained. I'll get to the comment section in a minute. All right. This is me being relaxed. Okay. All right. I need to bring a little picture where I can show a picture and still be on screen. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on everything. Okay, nope, nobody, no lions at all. Okay, I don't know who Joe Clapp is. Joe Clapp says, Monday afternoon, 3:20 Eastern Standard Time, I assume, all four teams who were in the championship game, 0 move combined. And you might be like, okay, and this is where it gets good at. Relax, Lions fans. That's a joke, right? You're telling Lions fans to relax. First of all, that is a word that is banned when it comes to this organization. Relax for what? For what? We haven't done anything. Second, let me tell you something, okay? This must be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You see this team right here? What did they do, ladies and gentlemen? What did they just do? This team right here who won the last 2 Super Bowls, they didn't make a move. Are you kidding right now? What did this team do? What did this team do? Anybody? Anybody in the comment section? Re-sign Chris Jones. Thank you, Josh, in his bag. Chris Jones, they did something. So this is a false statement. This team right here, they have a plethora of compensatory picks because every one of their coaches always gets a head coaching job. This team right here, they had arguably one of the best defenses in the National Football League. And then you got this team right here with the 27th overall defense. 27th. Relax, he says. I don't know about y'all. All right. And like I said, I'm done apologizing. And I'm done. I don't know about y'all. But what is it for y'all? Is it, let me see where you want to be. Put in the comment section. Where are you happy with the Detroit Lions getting this year? Where are you happy? NFC North, check. Home playoff game, check. NFC title game, check. What more do you want this year? Let me guess. You want to make the Super Bowl, right? You want to make the Super Bowl, right? That's what you want to have another magical season? That's where you want to get? I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But I'm the one that get criticized during the season? I'm the one that's off his rocker? I'm the one? Come on, man. I've been saying this junk for... Right now, Danielle Hunter is not enough. Danielle Hunter is not enough. He would be a giant addition to this team. But right now, he's not enough. Now we need an Epinesa. I mean, you let Kristen Wilkins, he's gone. He gone, or everybody's gone. And we haven't even signed our own dudes yet. So this is what's going to happen. 10 o'clock at night, you're going to get a push notification that Josh Reynolds has been re-signed. That's what you're going to get. Okay, let me go back up to the chat. Okay. Robin's Nest still waiting. Hunter is our Obi-Wan. NFC North teams are around us are getting better. We say the same. That's right. Well, you know. Brad is literally sleeping. Packers looking scary. Can't lie. Well, in other news, the Bears decided to pay DeAndre Swift $24 million, $15 guaranteed. You know, there's that. McKinney going to the Packers. What a frustrating day so far. Let's go. Bring him home. I'm doubting our team right now. Brad has to do something. Are we still getting new unis this season? We assume we would. Yes, Van Ginkel signed a 2-year deal, $10 million per season with the Minnesota Vikings, who, by the way, I said whoever paid Van Ginkel $10 million a season, I wouldn't turn that down either. The brother was making $6 million for 2 years. Need to be fired. And Kwesi is the guy that traded with us, both in TJ Hawkinson and to get Jamison Williams. I don't think they got the smartest general manager over there. You know who's getting better? The Texans. The Texans are getting better. And they have a first-round pick this year. And they have Will Anderson Jr. The Texans know they got to fight the Chiefs. What are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? But I make a Chase Young video. Oh, he doesn't work that hard. Oh, that I would love for the Detroit Lions to sign Chase Young now. Please sign Chase Young. Please sign Chase, because he better than anybody not named Aiden Hutchinson or Lee McNeil on our team. But I'm the one in the comment section blowing up, right? Because I'm the one? Right, okay. What's up, Papa? What's going on? Just breathe, says Robin's Nest. Just unleash the anger. Very important to breathe. Breathing is key. Yes, Greenyard, gone. Wake up, Brad. Brad is I don't know what he's doing. But at least we didn't sign Kirk Cousins to $45 million. By the way, if Kirk gets $45 million, then that means Jared Goff is going to get paid. Jared Goff is going to get paid. That's just point blank. All right, point blank, period. $45 million guaranteed. Guaranteed. He got $180 million. I don't know how much of it is guaranteed. I don't know if the whole contract is guaranteed. What about, okay, King says, what about Brian Burns? Brian Burns is under contract. He was franchise tagged. They would have to trade him away, and we would have to get him that way. What's up, Vocal? Autry is gone. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Give it to us raw. That's the only way I know how to do it, bro. That's the only way I know how to do it. Packers loading up. Yep, they got Josh Jacobs, the leading rusher from a couple years ago. Yeti's Game Bites. Shout out to the member. Says, come on, Brad. Working that magic. Okay, it's so bad right now that if Danielle Hunter, Hot Rod says, ain't no party like a Derek party because gridiron don't quit. And I said this before, man. You know, you got a lot of creators to choose from, and I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm not trying to be. I've been this way. Before I even start making my very first YouTube video is a rant. The very one that took off is a rant because people are feeling the same way as me. They don't want bubbles and rainbows all the time. Maybe now we'll criticize Brad. Will it be okay to criticize Brad Thomas Holmes? Is it okay now, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, Hunter is still available. We can still trade for Josh Allen and Snead. Okay, Josh Allen ain't gonna be traded. They're not giving him up. Josh Allen is off the trade block. That's not happening. L'Jarius Snead is a possibility. Brad is moving at the speed of molasses. We just lost Huff, and Jonah is going to L.A. Not only that, Huff is gone. Van Ginkel's gone. The only two out there right now is Epinesa. Oh, but wait a minute, y'all. Hold on now. I made a video about Eric Armstead yesterday that nobody watched. Hard pass. He's always injured. Doesn't that sound like a Brad Holmes guy to you? It's amazing to me. We watch the same team. I make a video about Eric Armstead, and no, I'm reaching. Am I? Am I reaching? No, I'm not. Everyone in the North has added nice pieces. We actually gotten worse. I'm getting angry. We have a window and it feels like it's shutting before us. Let me see if anything is happening. Nope. Indianapolis is re-signing defensive tackle Grover Stewart to a 3-year deal worth $39 million per source. KT, I wouldn't hold my breath anymore. I would Brad Holmes to sign Danielle Hunter, but it's wrong to say we aren't better. We have many first round and second. Okay, Billy, at this moment, we are not better. At this moment, which is what I said, we are not better. Why are you surprised? I mean, Brad said a few weeks ago that they weren't going to make a splash. Okay, a splash, bro? A splash? A splash is Danielle Hunter. A splash. We didn't do anything. Oh, is this a real? Are we being real? Are we being real here? Last year, this time, we signed CJ Gardner. No, we signed Cam Sutton and Emmanuel Mosley. Come on now. Come on now. I make a video about Eric Armstead and he's injured. Okay, right. We can't rely on a draft due to maybe not even picking on the first day. Rumor has it Danielle Hunter is going to the Niners. That is the one thing we cannot let happen. If I'm Danielle Hunter, which one do I go? Do I go to California because of the weather? And look, it's some ladies out in California. I'm just saying, it's beautiful out there. Or do I come to Detroit? California, the 49ers have lost to the Chiefs twice in 5 years. Okay? Do you want to come somewhere fresh, Danielle? You want to play your old team twice a year? Or do you want to go to San Francisco where everybody else is going? Come on. Come on to Detroit, Danielle. Derek, what do you think if Higgins is our big splash? J-Rod, listen, I said this on Twitter today. I'm not mad about I would love T. Higgins on this team. Jamison Williams, T. Higgins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, fire. Okay? Defense is still whack. So if we got a T. Higgins, then that means we have to give up draft capital. That means we're going to pay him. He needs a contract next year, right? Just sign, wait a minute. All right. Okay, so this is coming at 4:21, 2 minutes ago. In on Hunter. 4 teams. Lions, Niners, Atlanta Falcons, Minnesota. He better not stay in Minnesota. He better not stay in Minnesota. If he stays in Minnesota, I have no respect for Danielle Hunter. Atlanta, his former quarterback is now there. Very tempting. 49ers, we already know. Lions, baby. Lions. Also, the Lions are in on DJ Reader, Greg Newsome, L'Jarius Sneed, Kendall Fuller, and Marshawn Lattimore. Now we're talking, Brad. Get to cooking, bro. You want to be a chef? You want to be a chef? Get to cooking, bro. Get this defense better. Get to cooking. You want to let Brad cook? Well, cook, bro. Cook. Make it happen. Everybody else is doing stuff for me, but us. Shout out to Donovan. Says the division is getting tougher as we speak. I can't believe y'all was saying let Brad cook. Come on, bro. If you're going to cook, you got to be in the kitchen, big dog. You got to have the right equipment. You got to have the right spices. You got to have the right pots and pans. Come on, Brad. Give me two of these guys. Give me Greg. Give me an Epinesa. Give me a Danielle Hunter. I'm happy. I'm happier. There's nowhere lower to go, ladies and gentlemen. We only have one game to go up, the Super Bowl. Anything less than making the Super Bowl is a disappointment. There's nothing else about it. I'm not going to sit here and feed you bubblegum and rainbows. There is no pot of gold at the end of this tunnel or rainbow. We are Super Bowl or bust. That's it. You can love Brad Holmes. As a matter of fact, I got a special announcement. Don't steal this either. I got a special announcement. I am going to try to partner. And if you come up with this, I know you stole it. I'm going to try to partner. Bosa and Mac moves coming soon. Now we talking, Brad. Now we talking, bro. Bosa, Mac get cut, go get him. Danielle, go get him. Sneed or Lattimore, go get him. Justin Simmons, go get him. Make it happen. Make it happen. I am going to try to find, if anybody out there knows any companies that make beverages, holla at me, okay? Give me their information. I want to partner with them to sell bath water, okay? A flavor, maybe an adult beverage, maybe some liquor. I don't know. Brad Holmes bath water. It can be called bath water. Brad's bath water. Aren't you tired? Okay. Okay. Hold on. All right, I'll be right back. Somebody at my door. It was the AT&T dude. The AT&T dude was at the door. Okay, all right. We have to get better, y'all. That's it. And listen. Between the draft and free agency, we got to get better. Every team is getting better. You know a team, I can tell you, on the NFC side, the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm sorry, the, what's the name? 49ers, they're trying to get better. I can assure you right now that loss, they lost to the same team. Two of the Chiefs' 3 Super Bowls have come at the hands of the 49ers, right? If we would have played the Chiefs, I feel like we would have beat them. I feel like we beat the Chiefs if we play them in the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting there, and while everybody else is celebrating, I'm not quite celebrating, but I'm having thoughts. I'm saying, Derek, can you get to Vegas? Is it any way? Is there any way you can get to Vegas? Can you drive there? Can you start an OnlyFans? Is there any way for you to get to Vegas? And obviously I'm joking, right? That's my mind was starting to go there. And then it came back. And then the crowd started getting back into it. And then I was like, wait a minute, this thing ain't over, right? The San Francisco 49ers are trying their absolute best to get better. Okay, Geno Stone, the free agent from the Baltimore Ravens, the guy that was picking off Jared Goff, is now a Cincinnati Bengal. Okay. 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 Hey, I tell my wife all the time, man, I'm going to start hold on. What Easy is in here? Oh, Easy, Lions Minute. J-Rod is at the back of the car. So did Brad make any move yet? Nope. I love the sign. The link to this sign is in the description. It's amazing to me. Detroit finally becomes a contender, and they're the only team that acts like the cap exists. Every other contender figures out how to make it work. KC's 24 cap. Jones is $7 million. I saw that. Rock Dawn pointed that out to me today. It's Brad Holmes, the door to announce the signing of Hunter. Okay, trying to make sure nothing's happening. I heard tickets to the draft, day one hitting for $1,000. No, that's a joke. Run DC. That's a joke, bro. The draft is free. The draft is free. Will Scott says, what up, D? Take a breath. Don't blow a gasket. Will, it's too late, but I appreciate that. Brad Holmes is building the team slowly, not overnight. You overpay if you do. Okay, Mr. Best. All right. So here's my retort to that. I understand that. I'm not asking Brad Holmes to overpay. I'm simply asking him to address the needs of the team properly. He has not done that in the pass rush category. He has not. Josh Pascal, no. Levi Onwuzurike, no. Broderick Martin, no. Aiden Hutchinson, yes. Name somebody else. Name an impact, Aleem McNeil. Yes. Outside of those two, name an impact player on the defensive line that was brought in via the draft or free agency, not name Aiden Hutchinson or Aleem McNeil. We'll go from that point. Kevin says, at Lions Syndicate as a season ticket holder, I'm disappointed so far. Well, Kevin, thank you. Appreciate you being a season ticket holder. I want to become one as well. Right now, the waiting list is, I want to say 20,000. I don't have the money for the tickets right now. Brad Holmes sent AT&T to the crib to cut you off. Hey, he might have. Darnell Savage to the Green Bay Packers. Safety is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, so I want to know, what do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to see Brad Holmes do? Can you start an OnlyFans? Yeah, I joke with my wife all the time about that. Please sign Hunter. Stage area has live performance. Okay, we're back to the draft. The draft should be free. You have to sign up for it, but it should be free. Any chance we sign Hunter Fuller? Yes, there is a chance. No, not you. It's funny because you was talking about the other tweet. Then he tweeted that. Brad is a dollar store general. You know what? Let me ask y'all this. Let's put it back on you. Nate, the black guy, what's up? Says I'm done. Okay, let me put it back on you. You guys hear me all the time. You hear me blow up, and I appreciate y'all for supporting me and all that. We're all fans. If we were together, man, we would have a great time. We really would. You would hear me yelling, I hear you yelling. We'd be high-fiving all this stuff. What do you want to see? What are your expectations? And I know this is a lot to type, and we'll eventually open the phone lines. We'll do that probably sometime before the month is out when we do the Tuesday show or the Wednesday show. But what do y'all want to see? What is it that you want to see? How are you feeling right now when it comes to Brad Holmes? Are you still like, okay, well, they're still, because after Danielle Hunter goes, who else is left? Who else out there you're going to be like, you know what? Him. I want that guy right there. Is there anyone out there in free agency that you want? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the goal of free agency is to make your team better. Right now, we're not better. I'm not saying we can't get better. I'm not saying we won't get better. I'm saying as of this moment, we're not better. On top of that, the cherry on top is, let me remind you, we're down 2 wide receivers, Khalif Raymond, Jamison Williams, the contract for St. Brown that we don't know anything about, Antoine Green. Those are our 4 wide receivers under contract. Those are it. Do you feel like we're going to have a top 3-2 offense with that? We don't have Josh Reynolds. We don't have Donovan Peoples-Jones. We got to be willing to do something. Lawrence says Chase is available again. Don't you start, Lawrence. Don't you start, bro. Because I made a Chase Young video and all y'all did was mock me in the comment section. When I made it, because nobody's talking about him, he's not first tier. He might be second. But this is a move that Brad Holmes would make. So while you and I don't like it, he would. That's what he would do. Now, whether or not he fits in Detroit, I don't know. But financially, that's the guy he's going to go over after. Bryce Huff got a bag. Greenyard got a bag. Van Ginkel got a bag, right? And I'm not asking Brad to throw out the bag. I'm asking him to make this team substantially better because we have to compete with other teams trying to get better, right? We're trying to compete with the San Francisco 49ers. And when we make it to the Super Bowl, because, okay, I'm going to be real. Baltimore Ravens, I don't think we beat them in the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, I think we do. Okay? If we can contain Chris Jones and Travis Kelce, I think we do. If we can't contain them, we lose. But based on our defense, it's America. We won any games. Okay? And right now, our defense is not a fraction better. And by Wednesday, everybody will be gone. By Wednesday, everybody will be gone. This time next week, we're going to be talking about Mel Kiper's mock draft, right? Lions fan with the don't know, my bad, man, I miss you, says, what are the Lions doing? Brad Holmes is asleep right now. Not going to lie, next season, NFC North is going to be really hard, but we still favorites to win, I guess. Hunter Gilmore Simmons. Stephen Gilmore, stop it. Hunter Epinesa Newsome, Hunter Simmons, and Epinesa. This is the second time if free agency has disappointed in the free agency category. Okay, they're coming out with the contract. Brad can draft, but I think he don't know how to do contracts. I could do Snead and Calais Campbell. Wow, okay. Me and Calais the same age. Hunter needs to help from the other side. Hutch, man, we are good. We have to re-sign players. That's why it's harder to re-sign new players. Okay, Malik, I appreciate you, bro. And I'm going to say this with all due respect. Come on, bro. How are we good? How are we good? Put in the comments, how are we good? What makes you think we're good? Because what, we made it to the NFC title game? Remember, we lost, right? Remember all year who was the one telling you about the defense? This guy right here. Y'all said this. It's you said, okay, meaning the comment section, that, quote, Aaron Glenn doesn't have the talent. And as of 4 o'clock, 4:37, he don't got none either. It still ain't none on our team. But guess who is it gonna be next year, y'all? Who's it gonna be? We gonna go find Dre Bly and fire him again? Hey, Dre, what you doing, bro? Hey, can you come down to Detroit real quick? Why, man? Why you want me to come back down? You gonna give me? No, man. We gonna give you a 1-day contract so we can fire you again. So we can fire somebody other than Aaron Glenn. So we can put the blame on somebody else other than Brad Holmes. I'm not saying he can't put the work in, but what are we waiting on? Put the work in. Because soon these players will be gone. Brad needs to make moves to take us to the next level, which is the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We're division champs and need to stay that way, not wait another years to win again. Okay, listen. The guy who dyed his hair blue, he passed away yesterday, 2 nights ago. Broke my heart because as you talk about Lions fans who've never seen anything, this guy was one of them. And could you imagine? Could you imagine if he's in hospice and everybody knows what hospice is? He's in the Lions make it to the Super Bowl. Or they win the Super Bowl. Could you imagine the feeling that him and his family would have had? That's what you hear from me, y'all. I'm not just thinking about today or tomorrow or this year or next year. I'm thinking about the 5 years that I've been on YouTube talking about the Detroit Lions. I'm thinking about us losing to Chase Daniel and the Chicago Bears. I'm thinking about us making and winning the Super Bowl. Do you understand that we could have come off the graphic? It would have been 3 teams on the Super Bowl graphic that hadn't went. We would have checked ourselves off the list. Instead of 4 teams that's never been and 12 that's never won, we could have got off one of them graphics. And we could have went to the Super Bowl for Larry Benjamin. Lauren says, it's okay, bro. I love your show. Yeah, none of this stuff is personal, man. At least not with me. Gus Edwards will be a Los Angeles Chargers. I thought Brad would sign Van Ginkel since he a dollar. Hey, bro, listen, that's my bad. Van Ginkel, he said, bruh, I'm not a dollar store dude. They paid Andrew Van Ginkel $20 million for 2 years. That is insane. I want to say 14 is guaranteed. I'm not paying him that much. That is ridiculous. That's insane. Bro, all these teams making, I am tired of being the team that's been marked W by other teams. Snead trade, finna hit like crack. Hey, Chris, yeah, I guess with you, man. Okay, Thomas says we will have under the radar guys. Put them in the comment section. Put your under the radar guys in the comment section. Would I rather have Edge or DT? I'm taking Edge because we already got a DT, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Broderick Martin. Why do we forget about him? Y'all said he was going to have a breakout year this year. You said Broderick Martin was going to have a breakout year this year. So why would we need another DT when we traded up to get one? We took Broderick Martin, number 96, top 100. DJ Reader. Okay. Gabe Davis, the receiver. He is no longer available. He signed a contract. To be honest, I don't want Snead. He has a penalty monster, and that was on the Chiefs. He'll bury the Lions. Was not aware that Van Ginkel. Hey, Steve, that's why I make YouTube videos, my friend. I am tapped on to everything. I'm just messing with you. Tre'Davious White. Glover Stewart is gone. He has signed a contract. Javon Kinlaw, I believe he is available. William Williams, I think it's somebody else. I agree with Derek. We will get Josh Reynolds signing. B. Martin better be a bulldozer 24. Daquan Jones, I'm not sure if he's still available. What's up, Win? Okay, so Khalil, what are we doing now? I saw. Wow! Shout out to former Detroit Lions Mike Ford has agreed with the Houston Texans on a 2-year, $4.5 million deal. Shout out to Mike Ford, man. Remember Mike Ford used to play for us, and he was a practice squad dude. Way to fight through. Undrafted guy, I believe he was, and just earn a contract. Him and Jeff Okudah making almost the same amount of money. That's insane. That's insane. Glad they signed Graham because you can draft a starting OG in the 2nd or 3rd round. Wait a second. Coming from Diana Rossini. The Raiders are discussing a possible trade with Chicago for Justin Fields. Wow, I forgot all about him. Justin Fields, a Raider? That would be something to see. Calvin Ridley, I would love him too. Do you think Packers are favorite with the signings now? You know what? I don't think they are, but we're not done either. Texans got a lot better because applying pressure, they know what they're up against. They know they have to play the Baltimore Ravens for everything that the Texans did. The phenomenal CJ Stroud story. The Texans wiped the Ravens wiped the floor with them. So, hey, you know what? We thought we was here. We need to get here. If we're going to compete with the Baltimore Ravens, if we're going to compete with the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, we got to get better. And we know what we got to do. We lost the pass rusher. We got to get another one. I should have bought Brad Holmes a coffee as well this morning. Appreciate you, J-Rod. Brad is doing the smartest man in the room syndrome, Justin Simmons. Okay, so here's what I would love. I don't know if this is possible, but I would love, okay. This is what I want you to pay attention to. Free agency is officially open. So what that means is that Josh Reynolds, CJ Gardner-Johnson, all of those guys can be talking to the Detroit Lions as well as other teams. The time for the Detroit Lions to get deals done with those people without other teams chiming in is over. Josh Reynolds, Donovan Peoples-Jones, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Jonah's gone. Graham is back, right? So those three guys can talk to other teams. The further this thing goes and they're not signed by Detroit, the more likely it is that they leave. So here's what I would love to see. I'm not sure how realistic it is. I would love to see this. Receiver. If we lose Josh Reynolds, we bring in Calvin Ridley. I know he's 29. I know he had the gambling suspension, but we trying to get better. I bring in Calvin Ridley. Gabe Davis is gone. T. Higgins is going to cost too much money and too much capital. I would love to bring in Justin Simmons to replace CJ Gardner-Johnson. I would love to bring in a Danielle Hunter. A Danielle Hunter. I would love to bring in hold on, let me see. Hold on 1 second. Hey, yo, call me back, man. I'll bring you into the show. Give me about 5 minutes. I'll call you back. Gardner Minshew is now a Raider. Wow, the Lions, bro. The Lions is like this, bro. Brad Holmes is sitting there like, bro, he like this. Wow. Wow, can we do something, bro? I mean, Lord have mercy. Now we start it's backup quarterbacks making moves. Hold on, man. Shoot. Hold on 1 second. Brad will sign Amani. Brad the villain Holmes doing nothing, just like he was at the trade deadline. Brad at the crib. You know what? He watching Umi Zumi. He watching Umi Zumi, bro. In a world that's not so far away. Umi City. You can count on us to save the day. Let me hook this up, man. My phone's blowing up. Umi Zumi, doesn't matter, you get together, something, any weather. That's Brad Holmes, bro. He watching it, some after school specials. Wait a minute. Devin Duvernay has agreed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, golly, the Jacksonville Jaguars are getting better because they know they have to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Umi Zumi. All right, let's do it. In a world that's not so far away. Umi City. I hope this works.
Yo,
Will, we on the line with Will Rock. First of all, let me see. Can y'all hear?
Let me turn off my speaker. 1 sec.
Turn off your speaker. Can y'all hear him?
I got you playing.
Breaking news: the Detroit Lions re-signed Will Harris.
That better not be for real.
That better not be for real. We got you live, man. We got you. We are on the phone.
All
Can
right.
y'all? Okay, y'all can hear him. What's up, Lamont? What's going on, bro? All right, we're on the line with Rocked On, the owner of Rocked On Podcast Network and Sports Media Group. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Derek? Man, we're having a quiet day, man. It's and I know you haven't been quiet, man. You've been quite loud and boisterous today, getting it on. And I got to tell you, I mean, rightfully so. Like, we expected Brad Holmes to put something together today, and so far,
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hatter's house. That is a joke. I'm sorry, bro. That's a joke. Hold on. They're saying Will Harris. Stop. Hey, okay, bro. Don't do that to me. I'm sorry, Will. Do not do that. Do not. Okay, what about CJ Gardner-Johnson? Now they saying we signed CJ GJ. Is that what are we doing here? Stop, man. Y'all messing with me, bro. All right, go ahead, Will.
Yeah, the Hatter's house got me earlier too and said that when I was live. It's like, Dad, I know that can't be real. Like, he's just trying to get at me, you know? So what do you think is next, man? I mean, because for me, Look, the second tier guys is what we have left. Daniil Hunter's hanging out there by a thread. Someone's going to snatch him up. But my question to you is, during your show, you said that there was 4 teams in on Hunter. You read some sort of breaking news or whatever. I didn't see that pop up yet. We've known that there's been 7 teams on Hunter. If that's down to 4, that's good for the Lions. If the Lions are still in. So where's that coming from? What do you know about it?
Well, I can't expose my source, man. We got sources. We can't give up our stuff. But
no, I got you. I thought it was from Twitter.
But yeah, it's from Twitter. But so far, it's the Lions, Niners, Atlanta Falcons, and the Minnesota Vikings. With Atlanta, you have his old quarterback. And then with Minnesota, if he stays here, I'll be disappointed. So my thing is, I could see, man, the Lions and the Raiders being the 2 teams. I'm sorry, the Lions and the Niners. And also, wait a minute, Fields also might be heading to Minnesota. So I just saw that the Chicago Bears have been taking calls from the Raiders, and that the Minnesota Vikings, now they don't have a quarterback. He could wind up being in Minnesota, Justin Fields. So what? I don't know, man. It's a crazy time, but our Detroit Lions are quiet as a lamb, man.
Yeah, quiet as a mouse right now. So look, I'm not worried about Justin Fields, whether he stays or he goes. Of course, I'd like him to go because he's been a little difficult for our defense. And with the fact that Brad Holmes isn't stepping up to the plate and getting us anybody to shut down, on the defensive line and be able to shut down Justin Fields or any other quarterback for that matter, that concerns me because there's not much left else but the second tier guys like my, AJ Epinesa pick. That I thought would be a perfect match for the Detroit Lions. But now I'm even questioning that. Like, does Brad Holmes even think he's good enough, to be a Detroit Lion? I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm really starting to second guess a lot of this.
Bro, we got 800 in the building right now. I didn't even know that. I was too busy ranting. Make sure y'all subscribe to Rocked On Podcast Network and also Rocked On Syndicate. We got a show twice a week over there that we'll be moving to April 1st, and it'll happen more and more. But Will, I listen, man. I've always respected the way that you stay calm and being a season ticket holder and being so for 22 years. That's a big commitment. I appreciate the loyalty. As you know, I can't do stuff like that, man. I'm not there yet, but the Lions are growing on me. So what are you feeling right now? I mentioned before you came in that the Lions are no better than they were this morning, right? We lost a guard. Our defense is worse, you could say, because we lost a guy in what's his name, the Okawa brother, right? So we're at the point that the 49ers are going to try to get better. If they are in looking for Daniil Hunter, they're going to try to get better. I'm sure they're sick of losing to the Chiefs. Right now, they are kind of the kings of the NFC. And then you have the Houston Texans getting better as well. What would you like to see between free agency and the draft for the Detroit Lions to do?
Well, I will tell you this. Here's what I've seen today, and then that's going to tell me what I think we need to see for the Lions. The Packers had Joshua Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. The Lions need to be able to now stop the rush, of the Packers. I mean, they've always had a stout run game, but they really didn't last season. And we're going to have to be able to get over the top of McKinney. So right now, they're getting better. We haven't done anything. The Bears, they signed Swift. Not worried. I mean, come on, it's DeAndre Swift. And then the Bears don't have an offensive line. Ryan Poles is not smart enough to apparently build the offensive line first to then give Swift an option. Like, I'm surprised Swift even went there knowing that they don't have an offensive line. But then you got the Vikings. They have Greenard and look, Greenard and what's his name? Van Twinkle Ginkle. and look, he's going to compete with, both of them are going to be able to compete with Sam Laporta and help to stop the running game between Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs. So what I see is the NFC North, 2 out of the 4 teams are getting better, and none of them are named the Detroit Lions. What I'm looking to have happen is Brad Holmes is going to have to do something extremely savvy in the draft. Like, he's going to have to add picks somehow. The only way this makes sense is that if he's going to be giving up 2025 capital to grab more guys in 2024 in the draft. There's a few options left for us on the table, in the second tier guys, the AJ Epinesas of the world that can help this team. But we do need to reach out and grab a Snead at this point. Now I'm not afraid of giving up a second and a 5th round for Snead because all of the other options on the defensive line are gone. If you don't bring in a Daniil Hunter, what are you left to do? If you can't solidify the front, you have to fix the back. So that's where I'm at. I mean, free agency is going to tell us everything, over the next few days of what direction this team needs to head into. heading into the draft. We're just not quite there yet. There's still some options. There's still some plays, but it's not the top tier plays that, some people wanted.
Well, I know, Will, you going on for hour. You got an hour coming up right at 5:00 about free agency.
Yeah, I'll be right on it at 5 talking about free agency update, 5 minutes around the league.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to send everybody over to Will Rocked On Podcast Network. Everybody knows. Head over there. He's about to boot up. I got to do some things, man. We'll be back on if the Lions make a move. I would not hold your breath, though, because if you do, you might not make it past the next few minutes. But, Will, I appreciate you, man, and I'll talk to you off air, my friend.
All right, brother. Go Lions. We'll see you.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Listen, I appreciate y'all in the chat. Shout out to my cuzzo that was in. I saw you, man. Lions got to do some things. Every team around the league is getting better, and most of the damage has been done. That's why the thumbnail is like, will Danielle Hunter save us? Will he save us? No. Will he go a long way toward it? Yes. Okay. So to finish, what I would like to see, if the Lions need between the draft and free agency, we need a lot. And if you wondering what we need, go watch the show from this morning on Rocked On Podcast Network, Rise and Grind Morning Show, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 EST. We talked about how many pieces the Lions are missing. We're missing a starting corner. We don't have one. And say what you will about Cam Sutton, he ain't going nowhere. Right? He gonna be 1 or 2. And we need defensive line as well. So I'll say this before we get off. So I would love to see a Khalil Mack. I would love to see, to me, we need 3 to 4 pieces on the defensive line. We need another 3 to 4 pieces in the secondary. That's just, we need a safety. We need a cornerback or 2 or 3. We need some defensive pieces. A linebacker, would be icing on the cake. But yet again, Washington has called about Jared Goff. I don't know why. And they've also called about, Philly has called about Aiden Hutchinson. So to the Washington Commander Redskins, I'll just leave them with this. Man, the most beautiful sound ever. And as far as Philly, they can do whatever they think they want to do. All right. With that being said, you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me hit 20,000. We will be back at it if the Lions do something today, tomorrow, Wednesday, whenever that is. It's all love. We all want to see the same things happen. We want our team to win. And there's nowhere we cannot regress. We have to go up. So I will see y'all in the next video live stream. Keep it tuned here, man, because if we sign Danielle Hunter, we going live again. All right. So I will see y'all again. Take care. Be safe. Take care.